mental preparation?
Yeah, I mean, at this stage, it's just kind of like believing that you're ready and believing that the work you've put in is enough. So at this point, it's kind of all mental, like there's not really much you can do physical to get in much more shape. So, like the first like part of the camp was like more physical, like, okay, my body's got to survive this and that. But now at this point, it's mainly just mental.
Yeah, I do definitely feel I like to hit a lot of conditioning the week of. I feel like it definitely puts me in a good state of mind. I have a lot of visualization while I'm doing my conditioning, whether it's a long jog or a long bike session or something. Give me a lot of time to kind of dial in and imagine I'm in the match while I'm kind of ripping it in the conditioning. So I definitely feel that. I feel like it is a lot of mental the week of, but I do like those long conditioning pushes kind of the week of, but not like right before the event, because I do feel like I need to recover a few days before, because the training camps are pretty tough. So I give myself a few days to rest leading up that are not so intense,
Yeah, there is nothing better than like your mid jog and you're like kind of like week before, kind of like around there, and you're like 30 minutes into the jog, you're tired, but then you're like, I'm gonna win this. I'm gonna win this. And you just get the chills and you're like, I'm gonna win this, and you just start going so fast. I love that. Yeah.
So after watching the brackets get released today, how did you feel mentally while you were watching it?
I was actually working out. I was at the gym on the bike, and I had my phone propped up, earphones in. I was loving it. I was literally the last name to get called, so I was just waiting for my name to get called, and it wasn't happening. I was like, gosh dang it. I was like, when am I going to get called? Because I appreciate you fans not voting me to be a high seed, but I'm kidding. So I was the last one to get called. They put me against Nicky, and I was excited for that. But the last three, it was O'Flanagan, Majid, and Nicky, and I was hoping I was going to fight Majid. There's nothing against him, but he probably is like the lowest seed in the tournament, and so I was really hoping I got him first round. But they put me up against Nicky, and he's one of the higher seeds. So some people think that's a problem, but I think it's a good thing because like everyone, your first match is never your best match. So I think I can take Nicky out first round and then feel good going into the rest of my matches. Like taking someone out that's really good, I'll just feel like on fire for the rest of the tournament. So I think it'll set me up for success having that, as a first round matchup.
Yeah, I definitely feel that. I feel like you take Nicky out first round, you're for sure winning the tournament.
Yeah.
I feel like it sets you up to have good momentum for the rest of the weekend.
And everyone will probably be scared of me because they're like, dang, he just took out Nicky.
Yeah, and also feel like taking out Nicky is probably better off first round, if not the finals, because in the finals you have the 25 minutes rather than the 15.
Yeah.
So a little bit more time to kind of wear on him.
I also feel like Nicky is like Huberto, where he's like a hit or miss. So, like Huberto, if I was, it does kind of suck fighting Nicky or Huberto first round because you don't really know how they're showing up that day. But like I would have rather fought Nicky like second round because then I could have like saw like, okay, is he like on today or is he off? Unlike like Kate or Ty, where they are never missing, they're always just like really good. So that's going to be a big what if as well for me. As soon as I feel Nicky, like, okay, is he like on today? Is he off? Knowing if he had a good training camp. So yeah, there's a lot of factors going into it, but I'm happy that they put me against him. The fans are happy. I'm happy. I honestly wish I wasn't competing just so I could watch this tournament as a fan, because I'm not going to get to watch it. I'm going to be preparing backstage the whole time. And
don't, dude. I'm so happy you're participating.
Well, yeah, but it's such a crazy tournament. I want to be able to watch it. There's such good matches.
But I definitely feel like first round with you and Nicky, I think that as far as looking at it from Nicky Ryan's perspective, I think he's going to try to slow things down, make things kind of like move for move, technique for technique. And I wouldn't be surprised if we see Nicky pull and try to just leg lock Andrew. It's not like Andrew's been leg locked in the past, and it's not like Nicky Ryan sucks at leg locks. Like he has really good leg lock attacks. So I think that would be a smart move on his end. I think we might see him pull and just attack the legs. I think if he wrestles with Andrew, I think it goes in Andrew's favor a lot more. But I think either way, like either Nicky is forced to wrestle with Andrew and has to sit in the pocket and go scramble for scramble with him, or he has to deal with Andrew running around his guard and putting a lot of weight up on top of him. So I think either way, Nicky's going to get pretty tired. So I think it's just about, for us, it's just about getting him as exhausted as we can in those 5 minutes.
Yeah.
Because it is a short time limit, so just keeping it going as much as possible, keeping the pace as high as we can. So that way he doesn't recover as much during that 1 minute break, you know?
Yeah, and I think mainly it's like keeping a game plan, staying out of the danger zone, and just keeping a heavy pace. And I think it's in my advantage a lot.
So you guys have kind of competed in every type of competition there is, especially in like the super fight or, you know, brackets that are not just like a local tournament competition, but something like CJI. How do you feel like participating in the CJI stacks up to all the other tournaments and promoters that you've competed for?
I think it's by far the biggest. I think ADCC for me was the biggest up until this point. ADCC was huge, like sold out Thomas and Mack Arena, and there was a lot of hype coming from behind it. But there's so much controversy with the CJI. I think it has more eyes on it, whether it's haters or fans. So I think that CJI is bigger than the last ADCC. So I think it's definitely the biggest thing we've been a part of so far, and it's an honor to be a part of it. And we're ready to put ourselves to the test and to make the most out of the moment.
Yeah, I think it's not like any rule set we've ever done. I mean, we've done IBJJF, combat jiu-jitsu, EBI. We've done so many different rule sets. Fight to win, who's number one. ADCC rule set. So it's like we've done pretty much every rule set, and it's definitely different than all of them. So it's gonna be very exciting, you know, to see how matches go against. Like for an example, you know, it's gonna give a lot of like these wrestler guys opportunities. You know, not giving the jiu-jitsu people like enough time to really get a sequence going because they're only 5-minute matches. Or for someone that does have bad cardio, giving them that time to rest in between matches. So yeah, it's definitely gonna be a lot of strategy going into it, just because no one's ever done it before. So I think whoever goes in there with like the best strategy and the best mindset is gonna win it.